Welcome back to another edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. 47-0. The Redskins cap a beautiful night for football on senior night. Coach, with the first shutout of the year, you've come close. 3 sevens on the board, but the first goose egg on Friday. Yeah, we mentioned that as the coaching staff after the game, that that's actually a goal of ours, is to have a shutout, and you don't get to reach that very often, but you keep pushing forward. And a lot of times with some of our reserves that are in the game, maybe they don't understand the game plan as well, or whatever it might be, or didn't get as much practice time, and they give one up, or obviously the starters have given up touchdowns before. But this time they all came together and did a great job and held Ponca City out of the end zone. And fun night, senior night, great weather. Couldn't have asked for anything better. It's so funny because I think back to your son's in 5th grade. I remember when my son started football here at Union in 5th grade, and all of a sudden Friday night I'm walking on the field with his mom for his last, home game, regular season home game, and it just seemed like we kicked off that 5th grade season, a week ago. Well, everyone tells me that, and I know that it goes by so fast, and just, it's just a neat time, I think, for the parents, and it really kind of draws everyone together. Football seasons bring a lot of families together, bring a lot of people together, but there's something about senior week and senior night that to get some of those, just to reflect at the old memories. You don't reflect on last week's game. You don't reflect on, what happened in week 4. You reflect on a career of football for a lot of kids, and to me, it's always fun to see those smiles and maybe even a few tears. Well, and it's been fun for me too this week, the last week rather, because being in the press box announcing the games, I don't ever get to talk to the parents really, but I did this past week with the senior night festivities. That was fun for me as well, and then on the field before the game on Friday, talking with some of the senior parents too. Let's take a look at the game statistically, because obviously 47-0, very heavily in favor of the Redskins. Well, I know that John Brooks on the radio show is always hammering me about those rushing yards. He's always talking about comparing this year's defense to last year, and I'll be happy to talk to John about our 24 yards rushing there. But we had a great night. I thought our defensive front played really well against the run, and it is an improved Ponca City team that has had a signature win against Booker T. But the rushing attack wasn't as strong as they needed to be, and of course Justin Selman came out, as well as Terrell and Finch. All 3 of our tailbacks did a great job running the football. Really nice night, offense, defense, special teams. I just can't ask for anything more from a team that comes out and it focuses really for 4 quarters, start to finish, whether you were a starter or a third-team guy. We all had a really good focus for our Week 10 opponent. Well, we're going to take a look at the first half when we come back. Stay with us. A lot of scoring to come for the Redskins when we continue on, pardon me, with the Union Football Coaches Show.
Adam Cash gives you $50 when you open a checking account with our school pride card.
Oh, Adam, you're so fine!
Adam Cash gives our school $50 when you open an account with our school pride card.
Our school gets a TTCU donation when you use our card.
So does ours. You swipe and TTCU donates.
Our card's the best!
TTCU has more than 30 school pride cards for you to choose. It pays your school $50 and you $50 for getting yours. Get the best today.
In the blink of an eye, your home and belongings can be severely damaged. If this ever happens to you, call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration. We're your restoration experts. For over 20 years, we've been restoring homes and businesses damaged by disasters. Our highly trained technicians work to restore your property and refurbish your belongings in our secure Tulsa-based facility, restoring lives one disaster at a time. Call Oklahoma Disaster Restoration.
Welcome back to the Union Football Coaches Show. Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick, and we get right to the highlights here. Senior night last Friday night, and as I mentioned, Coach, weather was beautiful. Gorgeous weather, and the neat thing about it is it's senior night for our football players, but as well as several other groups, and specifically for us, our athletic trainers and managers just that do a great job for us, those young ladies that work so hard for our football team,
they're seniors as well, and we got to honor their service. And it was a great way to start and take the football and really kind of search your will on some guys and move the football down the field quickly with Justin Silman, a couple of great runs. Of course, Hunter Ataya running so well, and look at the big blocks you get here. Jacob Hendrickson, huge block there by Chris Hall. Gets 2 blocks there. Blake Mejia down the field, and Justin goes in for about a 30-yard score. Love that. And of course, take a little tap there to knock Chris down. He knocks down half the team, but then falls down the end zone.
He's like Bobby Boucher on this play.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Look at this huge block right here by Chris Hall. Big block, throws him into about 2 or 3 guys. You don't see the bowling effect there, but he continues to knock guys down as Justin goes in, and what a great individual effort for us to get our first score. Good coverage down the field. David Todd on the pressure on their quarterback. I was really impressed with their quarterback. Really good athlete. I thought they had a couple of good receivers and was able to scramble around and cause a few problems here or there, but for the most part, our defense held them in check. Come back with Terrell Buchanan, our sophomore tailback on the second series. He comes in and does a really nice job of getting the ball on their end of the field. And we continue with those big guys up front. Couldn't be more proud of those guys. Right there you see Parker Anderson and Connor Nichols and Berg. Those guys just creating holes everywhere. Get the bubble screen out there to Cornegay, who's dangerous just about any time he touches it. On this play right here, I thought Hunter did a great job of reading the play, keeping the ball, and then I started yelling at him, go down, make sure. I mean, we don't want to struggle for 1 or 2 extra yards here. And so we come back, hit the boot play, and Chris Hall goes in. We've seen a lot of plays between those 2 guys over the years, and what a great job running the boot and getting the ball to Chris Hall for the touchdown. Come back defensively, just doing a super job up front. You see Dalton Rodriguez attacking the quarterback there with the pressure. And we come off there. Colby Evans comes off and applies the pressure and give up about a 2 or 3 yard pass play, but Dahlquist is there to tackle him. Marquise Fletcher comes up from his safety spot, applies pressure there, and then of course we have Devin Davis and Colby Evans there to finish it off. You can see again Dalton Rodriguez on the pressure, and our guys are doing a pretty good job of containing the quarterback. Got better and better as the night went on. There's David Todd. And, of course, Cameron Cotton, 2 senior linebackers who have played so well for us all season long. Love seeing Dalton Rodriguez come in and make a nice play there from the defensive end position. And what a huge play that David Todd comes in from his outside linebacker spot there. Makes a nice play on the tunnel screen. Again, good coverage, good pressure inside. Chance Winsluski comes in and knocks him out of bounds there, and then gets a little bit of a late hit, which gives him a first down in our territory. We've got to make sure we stiffen up there in the red zone. Got pressure coming off the edge by Colby Evans and David Todd, and what a great job you can see there. Of course, Dalton Rodriguez sticks underneath and makes a big tackle. I believe he had either 1 or 2 sacks on the night. Did a great job for us.
Yeah, the team had 6. He had 2 of them.
Great job. You can see Dalton and JoJo chasing him there. Love the pursuit angles of our guys, keeping him contained. This is probably what's underestimated more than anything is the amount of time that our cover guys had to cover on that play. What a great job on the scramble. Hunter Ataya gets flushed out, and unfortunately doesn't get as much on the ball as he needs to, but throw comes up a little bit short. Got 60 yards, picking them up and putting them down right here by Justin Silman. What a great play. Runs so strong. He's a strong runner. Guys are having a hard time bringing him down. And, of course, we've talked all year about his balance. Get good blocks inside. There's Jeffrey on a nice block. And look at the balance, getting hit and being able to stay in bounds there and finish off the last 10 yards.
Went over 100 yards rushing that night.
Nice night for Silman. What a great play out there by Sam Blankenship from his outside backer spot. Sam did a great job keeping contained and makes a nice play getting off the block. Again, guys are just the pursuit. The defense is playing so well. There's Sam again on the sack or causing the sack there for Dalton Rodriguez. defense playing really strong. Buchanan back in for a nice run, and then Chris Hall comes out. We miss a block to the outside, but again, just hanging on to the football, getting positive yards, trying to avoid the negative play. Come back on the little bit of the power play there inside, and on the spin right there, we kick the, cough the ball up. We've got to continue to work on ball security. We've done a really nice job of that. Just don't like seeing that ball popping out there. Try to get to the outside. They hold us up just a little bit. Get a nice throw and catch right there that I thought was pretty good, but the official sees it the other way. So we come back here. Chris Hall again, what a nice throw and catch. A lot of those things are really underestimated how tough that is. And we're able to bring Adam Holt in, senior kicker for us, has been kicking a lot in the end zone. He comes in and gets a nice field goal for us to continue our scoring in the first half. Nice play there by Devin Davis and by Sam Blankenship on the outlet pass there. Again, good coverage and pressure. Love to see Connor Dibbler, senior linebacker, coming in on the pressure on the quarterback there, and quarterback tries to throw it up, and of course you've got Marquise Fletcher. There you see Colby Evans and Dibbler coming on the pressure, and then Marquise comes in and makes a nice catch. First thing he says is, "Coach, I almost missed that one." I said, "I was surprised you caught it." So what a great play for Marquise Fletcher from the safety spot. Got fly sweep here. What a good block there by Justin Silman and Khalil Barnett. Tough running from a wide receiver there to pick up that first down. Love to see that. Guys playing with a lot of energy, a lot of focus. Much improved over a couple weeks ago when we played a couple other teams where we may have lost focus, and we were, I felt like, really in great form that night, and just love the way that our guys were playing. Justin Silman goes in for another touchdown, and unfortunately we get called on holding, so we've got to go back to work, and I don't know if you can throw and catch it any better than that. Unbelievable throw, and then what a great catch. Look at Hunter, good protection, puts it right out there, and just an incredible catch. Good focus there by Jeff Mead, and pulls it in for a touchdown. They mishandled the exchange right there, and one got away from us. We've got to capitalize on those as we get into the playoffs. Anytime the ball's on the ground, it needs to be ours. They come back, get a quick one out there as the clock's starting to run down in the second half. And again, just playing a little bit of not necessarily prevent, but we want to, again, kind of keep everything in front of us as we're trying to close out the half. Great job there. I love the play there. I believe that might have been Cole Ward or Chris Hurd. I can't remember exactly on the tip.
Yeah, I think it was Chris Hurd.
Chris Hurd on the
no,
tip.
It was
oh,
Cole.
There we go. It is Cole. That's right. Yeah, just like his mom used to do right there. And, of course, Brian Stadler, what a night the kid had. Had an interception for a touchdown, 2 sacks, 12 tackles. He's just going to, I promise you, we give out candy bar awards to our kids, and Stadler is going to have a stack of them by the time we finish.
Well, we do know he got a nice plaque as our defensive player of the game from Friday as well. All right, let's take a break here. Come back, we'll take a look at half number 2. A lot more scoring still to come. Senior night for the Redskins last Friday. You're tuned in to the Union Football Coaches Show.
Conveniently located near Highway 169 and the BA Expressway, the campus of Tulsa Bone and Joint is home for our multi-specialty group of orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine, and rheumatology specialists. With physicians specializing in all aspects of bone and joint problems, our multidisciplined approach allows us to treat the entire musculoskeletal system. So when joints are swollen and painful, or you are in need of an orthopedic surgeon, remember Tulsa Bone and Joint Associates, your orthopedic, sports medicine, and rheumatology specialists.
At Arvest, we know our customers come to us for different reasons. There are some who need banking on their time. For others, it's not when they bank, but where. Then there are those who take their banking wherever they go. From big moves to small favors, we recognize the needs of our customers, and now they've recognized us. Again, for the 3rd year in a row, Arvest ranked highest in customer satisfaction with retail banking in the Southwest region by J.D. Power & Associates. Switch today and get the customer service you deserve, only from Arvest Bank.
Back on the Union Football Coaches Show, the Redskins a dominating first half of play, and we'll get into the second half here, Coach.
great opportunity to play a lot of reserves and get some guys some playing time as we close out our regular season. Love seeing guys like Colton King, sophomores, going down making great plays on the kickoff. And great job, again, great kickoff coverage, great job with our kickers with Adam Holt and Austin Butler on the night. Sam Blankenship comes in, makes a nice play, get a good blitz and force fit in there. And of course there's Stadler and Sam again on a big play. You get Leroy Dunkelberger, forces the play back inside, and then Austin Butler, free safety, comes in and makes a nice play. Great job inside there on the stripping the ball out. And I can't remember, I think it was Leroy Dunkelberger who came up with the fumble recovery, senior defensive lineman. A lot of fun to see us come out early, established with a big turnover right there. We are plus 15, I believe, on the year in turnover ratio, which is a huge improvement. I'm excited for both sides of the ball and the way we've handled that. We've got Finch coming in here. Derek Finch comes in and does a great job running the football. Again, there's a lot of people that feel very fortunate to have Finch in their backfield. Look at the cut. I mean, just tremendous vision inside as he runs the football. We get great block in there on the outside there. Got a couple of sophomores in there. You got Harker Davis and Briggs in there blocking very well. And then we've got senior Junior Bernal at the offensive tackle spot, making great plays. And I almost failed to mention it there. We've got senior Benefield, Cameron Benefield in there. Benny's in there, does a great job orchestrating this drive. Come back here just off the mark there on a bubble pass, and then we come back here with the boot. Benny throws it right outside there, and LT isn't able to find the handle on it, and that drive finishes on 4th down deep in their territory. Defense has got to do a nice job. It's got to come in and play very well right there. Really felt like Stadler and Dunkelberger might have had a safety right there, but they marked it just outside the end zone, and they throw a deep ball here. Again, a nice throwing catch, quarterback and receiver there, and gets them out of trouble. There's Stadler again on a big tackle, and of course a lot of other Redskins in there doing a nice job. Big Raymond Northington in there. Nose guard senior comes in, gets some big pressure there, big number 96, and of course then you get Stadler who finishes it up, as well as several other guys. Proud of them and the way that they played. Got good pressure there coming off the edge there, and there's that guy again, Brian Stadler. Great job reading it. Gave up a screen early, and then he fixed it and really started playing very well. Terrell Buchanan's back in. Now we've got Mason Farquhar at quarterback, doing a nice job. Boy, look at the toughness there. Good blocking down the field from Parker Coons, and then of course with Terrell just driving it there. And then I don't know which pass I like better. That one from Farquhar. Look at the ball as it comes in there to Peter Udemo. What a great job for Peter, a senior wide receiver with a big touchdown. Got nice pressure there coming there from a sophomore, Eric Giddings, a defensive end, and forces the incomplete pass. They run a quarterback draw on us and get quite a few yards on that before Brandon Golphin comes in from his safety spot and finishes it up. Good pressure there, and I felt like we had good coverage. Again, tell you what, the big 6'3" receiver out there really does a nice job in tracking the ball. Got Jack Allspaw there on the coverage, and Brandon Golphin coming there on the deep pass and forcing an incompletion. And then, of course, lots of pressure all night. Cole Ward coming in on his pressure, forces the quarterback out of bounds. And we just about get it to the edge there, and Dibbler finishes him off as he runs out of bounds. Right here you got the Leroy on the big pressure right there. Connor Dibbler there chasing him down, making a few guys miss, and Stadler is able to finish it up there with some help from Colton King. Big Finch in there doing a nice job at tailback. Again, with Kramer there at the tackle position, blocking very well. We hit a little smoke screen outside there to Kaylor Pearson. Kaylor, a punt returner and kickoff returner, does a nice job getting several yards down our boundary. love to see those guys, again, getting in there, doing a nice job. We had Shiplet in there, an offensive tackle, doing a really good job of blocking our guys. A couple of seniors that I tell you, they would probably be playing several other places if they weren't stacked behind a couple of really good offensive linemen in front of them. Nice throw and catch to the outside. I believe we've got Fisher in there, and Zach Fisher does a nice job. Another sophomore quarterback for us, throwing it out there to Lorenzo Thomas. And Fisher directing this drive, does a really nice job for us, moving it down the field. Get a nice block inside there by Holton Fox. Holton does a good job for us in there. And just off the mark, they cover it pretty well on the slant route out there to Robert Thomas. So we continue to give it to Finch. We know he's going to pound out some great yards and bring our field goal unit on. Kaylor Pearson with the hold, and Adam Holt is able to drive in another two field goals on the night. So I thought that he did a nice job of converting those field goals, gave him some manageable field goals that hopefully we know we've seen him kick some really deep ones. Get a deep kickoff there by Wyatt Clevenger. Wyatt Clevenger, sophomore kicker, JV kicker, kicks it all the way down to about the 2 or 3 yard line, who does a nice job for us. And defensively, we want to continue to play a few guys, but we want to play very sound in what we're doing. Great pressure in there from Malon Aljabori, and does a nice job. And of course, Eric Giddings on big pressure. And then Colby Peters in there on a nice coverage on the receiver. They come out and run a little trick play on us and get our eyes out of place and able to convert a first down. But I mean, just look at the guys, Bailey Cooper and Golphin and again, Colby Peters in there doing a nice job chasing it down. And then there's Aljabori, sophomore defensive end, converted tight end. Just relentless in his pursuit. He's able to get a huge sack with a lot of lost yardage on that one. Love the coverage there on the slant route underneath, and we're able to close it out with the big win.
47-0, the final score when we come back out of the break, up close and personal, and then we obviously have to talk about the first round opponent for the Redskins on Friday night, a 7 o'clock kickoff against Westmore. Come back with us. We'll have more on the Union Football Coaches Show.
They say the hopes of a franchise are heavy, but that they're nothing compared to the hopes of a city. That, they say, can be impossible to carry. It just weighs too much. They say there's no telling what something that heavy can do. I say there's no telling what light can do.
The Adidas ID Zero Ghost, only at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Welcome back to the Union Football Coaches Show. Kevin Ward along with the coach Kirk Frederick. Time to get up close and personal with Vic Kidwell. Well,
Vic,
actually, his photos.
Yeah, it's his photos, not exactly Vic, but definitely great photos. Chris Hall, we talked about what a night he had. Great receiver, fullback, tight end for us, and on a touchdown play there, just an outstanding job. You see Kai Young, another defensive player who's played extremely well for us, on a big tackle inside there with Colby Evans. Brandon Berg has played tackle and guard and center for us, and what a great job he's played in there with center with Parker Anderson on a big combo block. And Devin Davis, another outstanding senior corner for us, on a nice play on their receiver. You can see him trying to rip the ball loose there. Still amazing how they get the pictures here of Jeff Mead on that great catch, and of course Coach's kid Alex Davis down there at the corner with Doc Blevins, all of them standing right there to see it. Brian Stadler, junior linebacker, was a tailback, so you can see he knows how to run with the football. He gets that interception and goes in for the big score. love the pass there. The pass came from Zach Fisher, comes in and to Lorenzo Thomas LT. There's the pass right there. Great form, and love seeing young guys, sophomore to sophomore, completing passes, and what a great night it was for them. There's Cole Ward, and again, I think you said something about his vertical jump that I think
he's got one there, doesn't he?
Yeah, it looks a little genetic, I think. But Cole Ward, after he's transitioned over to defensive line, has played very well for us. And then there's your seniors. You've got all your managers, your athletic trainers, those guys all together. What a fun night for them. And of course, you know, we handle that, and then we move quickly into business at hand. Right. When it's week 11 at Union, we try to shift gears like a lot of schools and start focusing on the playoffs and trying to advance.
Well, and you're going to get perhaps your toughest first-round game in quite some time, because that district was pretty discombobulated there after Jenks. And Broken Arrow, Westmore playing each other, very tight game last week. To see the loser would come to Union, and in a very tight game, Westmore loses, so they will come to Union Tuttle on Friday night, 7 o'clock.
That's right. You know, Westmore is a very good opponent. I feel like that they're about as close to a Trinity-type team as we could have. I didn't realize we could have saved ourselves a lot of mileage and just gone and played Westmore instead of going to Texas. But big guys, very physical. It'll be the most physical game we've played since we've played Trinity, and outstanding quarterback, and just they do a great job of moving the football and eating clock, trying to keep your offense off the field.
Real quick, the brackets for 6A, you see Westmore Union. The winner of that game will get the winner of PC North Edmond Santa Fe.
Edmond Santa Fe, outstanding team. PC North has struggled at times, but you know there's always going to be an upset in that first round, and you just never know. Edmond Santa Fe, a very talented team. Of course, Jenks and Booker T. Love the athletes at Booker T and how physical. We just played those guys, and that ought to be a fun one as well. And of course, Owasso from our district, and Norman and Yukon, the former Union assistants there at Norman North, and also at Broken Arrow. Those ought to be some fun matchups. I choose to favor the ones that are favored, since we are, and hope there's no upsets. But it ought to be a great playoff bracket in the next 4 weeks.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. That's going to do it for this edition of the Union Football Coaches Show.